I'm talking today about creating a new life, or a life you love, new beginning. And when I'm working with my coaching clients, this is an exercise that we go through uh, in order to help them be able to manifest and visualize a particular scenario for themselves. So let your spirit write your new story, right? So it's really a self-discovery exercise that I use with my coaching clients. And it's usually done after they have spent a little bit of time exploring what's working and what's not working. And then the question always comes up about what it is you would really like to change. And most of my clients, they know they want something different. They know what they don't want anymore. Sometimes it becomes a little bit difficult for them to figure out what it is that they do want. Maybe they never thought about it before. They never gave themselves the time to be able to think about what it is that they really want. They're usually taking care of everybody else for a while. So this exercise is really helpful to be able to open up your imagination and also really tap into your heart and your soul via the spirit to figure out what it is that we would really like now. So the way that you go about doing this is you imagine, right? Engaging your imagination is a great tool to be able to awaken your intuition and also get in touch with your spirit. It's like you begin with creating from the imagination or using your imagination to be able to visualize. And then eventually what happens is the spirit takes over. This happens in journaling too, which is why journaling is such a great tool. So you just can imagine you already are living the kind of life that you desire. Everything is there that is satisfying your spirit and is satisfying you at a soul level, from your soul. Sometimes you know what it is. Sometimes you might not know what this is yet. So your powers of observation are very helpful here if you don't quite know what that would be yet. So you want to spend a few minutes, and of course, if you're doing this as a practice, you might even need to spend a few weeks, depending on how out of touch you are with your own spirit, because you want to be writing from your spirit. The best way to get in touch with your spirit is to spend time nurturing your spirit and understanding what brings it joy, what feels like you're being fulfilled. You got a smile on your face more often than not. And these are the types of things that the spirit desires and that you can nurture it so that it feels satisfied. So you'll know the difference when you're nurturing your spirit and when you're not nurturing your spirit. So spend a little bit of time. Sometimes that can be a few minutes. Like, for myself, I'm a pretty high vibrational being already. I'm pretty much in touch with my spirit and live from that space. And I go off the rails every once in a while too. For me, I would bring it back in meditation and really listening to what my spirit wants that day. So don't worry about things like whether or not what you desire is possible. Is it affordable? Is it probable? Those are all thoughts that are generated from the thinking mind or the ego to actually keep you from creating change. Ego does not like change. It likes things to kind of be the same, right, so that it can give you a heads up when things are in disarray. The spirit wants what the spirit wants, right? So this is a chance for you to quiet that thinking mind and to really give your spirit an opportunity to display what it would like to have. This is your chance, right, to write the new story, and you want to let your spirit do the writing. So, the exercise helps you to let go of the old stories and see what it is that you desire. And then you can give your thinking mind or your ego the job to start making those things happen, right? So spirit is at the center, and the mind or the ego is in service to the spirit. That's really the best lineup, folks. Okay, so a couple of things here. Your ego or your thinking mind may have an idea of what your life should look like. I call it should and supposed to. Should do this, supposed to do that. So this is a pirating. It's like a pirating of your ship when we collapse into shoulds and supposed to. Want to put that aside, and we don't want to think about what I should be doing, what I'm supposed to do, but rather what I'm feeling like I'm desiring. It's a desire is very, very strong. Lead forward, and you can pay attention to your emotions and try to get more of that feeling that you want to feel every day by the actions that you do every day. So the should and supposed is not what we're reaching here for, right? We want to engage the spirit, and the spirit knows you best because it's your higher self, and of course your higher self is connected to your soul. So if you're going to reinvent yourself, or you want to hit the restart button, or you just want to create something new, maybe you want to have a brand new beginning, or maybe you just want to tweak it, what you got going on a little bit, it's very important to be led by your spirit. And so this exercise will give you a taste of what that kind of guidance looks like, okay, for you. So your ego, right, is the thinking mind. We want it in service to the spirit rather than the other way around. And there's a couple of ways that you can do this when you're writing your new story and you're letting your spirit lead the way. You can do writing, ink on paper. If you're the kind of person who, you can't get it down fast enough and you type faster than you write, you can type, on a keyboard, or you can just do talking into a recorder, some sort of app on your phone or some sort of recording device. Those all work pretty well because you want to be able to get down what it is that your spirit is showing you through your imagination, through your third eye, through visualization, as quickly as you can before it dissipates. So whatever method works for you that you don't get stuck on, go ahead and choose that one, right? If you're having a little bit of trouble getting started, I would suggest this, and this was originally taught to me by my teacher, Sonia Choquette. It's a great way to get warmed up to let your spirit do the writing. And that is to answer this sort of, it's wondering, answer this sort of question. It's not really a question, it's a pondering, shall we say. You can say, I wonder what it would be like if, and then fill in the blank. And if you do that 10 or 20, or I remember one of the exercises we had was we had to do like 50 times. The first 10 you can do. But when you get past the first 10 and you start answering that question, I wonder what my life would be like if I changed jobs. I wonder what my life would be like if I had a loving partner in a relationship. I wonder what my life would be like if I had time to take a vacation next year. I wonder what my life would be like if I got that training that I've been thinking about getting so I get the promotion at work. I wonder what my life would be like if I planted a garden this year. I wonder what my life would be like if I could feel real happiness. I wonder what my life would be like if I felt a deep satisfaction and felt like I was satisfied at soul level. See how it starts to change that. So you can work on this exercise. Another exercise that you can try, this is to sort of get you warmed up so that your spirit takes the lead and begins to write your new story for you. You can write, it's a version of Julia Cameron's The Morning Pages, where you just take a blank piece of paper, and this is called The Morning Pages because it seems to work best when you do this in the morning. You have this free-flowing draining of thoughts onto paper, shall we say. So you just start writing whatever drops into your mind. I hear the neighbor's dog barking. I feel like the room is a bit cold. My to-do list is popping into my head. I've got to drop off the dry cleaning on my way to work today. Gee, I wonder how my sister's doing. And so it's just a free-flowing consciousness that's coming through onto the pages. And once you sort of give the mind and the brain a chance to drain out onto the pages, then your spirit takes over and starts to write. And a great question would be, what guidance do you have for me now? I call that exercise journaling and soul link. You don't want to leave it there, though, because the purpose of this exercise is to write your new story. Just as though you're writing a movie or you're writing a book, and the book is all about you. It's all about you, and it's all about your life and the one that you desire to have, the one you want to live, and the one that will truly make you feel alive. That's why I call it truly. You're truly living is my message in my business. Truly living. So when you make the switch and you start writing your new story after you've warmed up a bit, just go ahead and describe your life. Begin wherever you want. A lot of people naturally describe where they're living. Geographical location, whether they're in an apartment or in a house, or whether they have a shared accommodation, with a roommate. Maybe they have a family with spouses and kids. Maybe they're living with extended family. Maybe they downsized and they're living in the Great Pied-à-Terre in Paris. Whatever it is, start to look at the detail. And if you're getting stuck and you're not seeing anything, this is where you engage your imagination. So that almost like a daydream, you say, let me create it and visualize what would feel right to me in my new story. And who are your friends in your new story? Where are you working? What are your coworkers like? What do you do in your free time? What sort of objects and personal belongings did you bring with you to your new story? And then observe what's not in the new story. What didn't you bring? What did you just sort of left it go, or you left it behind? You can see what sorts of things you're looking forward to. How is it that you changed? What's important to you now that wasn't important to you before? How are you different? Maybe you spend more time doing work in your community, or maybe you are spending more time with your friends because you've been ignoring your friends while you're building your career for the last 10 years. Right? So how are you spending your free time? What are you learning, or how are you training yourself? How are you fulfilling your desire to be able to expand your knowledge base or share your knowledge base? See, it gets all the way down to the detail. You might even take a look and say, what kind of adornments do I dress my body with? Do I have a tattoo? Do I have earrings on, or do I wear less earrings and I got rid of the tattoo? So you want to be able to really get specific and get deep down into the details and create your new story just like everything's possible. You're already living it, and you're recording for someone else the story of your life and your movie. This practice of letting your spirit write your new story is also a powerful step in manifesting, because manifesting begins with your ability to be able to visualize or see what it is that you want to create, and also believing that it's already happened. So this sort of gives you all of that, and a great exercise as well. So if this is a place where you're at, give that a try. If you're somebody who is looking for some help and you want to maybe work with me one-on-one on creating a new beginning or reinvention, go ahead and book a call with me, free discovery call. We can talk about where you're at, where you'd like to be, and how I can help. And let me know how this works for you. Okay, so thanks for being here today. Love in California, and bye for now.